Hello everyone, welcome back to another Age of Empires 4 commentary. I am Beyond, and as always, thank you so much for the support in the past couple videos, and the channel as a whole. I truly appreciate it. If you are enjoying the content, please do subscribe, and if you enjoy this video, and after you watch it, please do drop a like. It helps me out a lot, and it means a lot to me, each and every one of you. Now let's get right into the game. We have Smurf, aka Beastie, as the yellow Rus player in the top side of the map, and down at the bottom, in the orange, we have Puppy Paw as the Ottomans. Now, there's been a little bit of spice between these two in the Outback Octagon finals. It was between Beastie, Wham, and Puppy Paw mainly, and then in the last game, Beastie went after Puppy Paw in the game itself. It's just I think there's just a little bit of salt between these two in that sense. It could have also just been for the fun of the game. I'm not entirely sure. But it seemed like the Twitch chat was getting going, so we'll see if anything kind of pans out from that. If you haven't already, definitely go check out the Outback Octagon. It was awesome to see, and both these players are incredible. So regardless of whatever happened in the Outback Octagon, if someone attacked someone when they didn't think they should have, or XYZ, it doesn't really matter. What matters is they're both excellent top-tier players, and I'm not going to spoil the Outback Octagon for you, so go watch that. I'm not going to tell you who won. That being said, we do have the both of these two players are incredible and both stream as well, so I will drop their links in the description below. I think I've sung enough of BC's praises before, and same with Puppy Paw. Both just incredible players at that top-tier level, so it's always fun. As I mentioned, I think with Wham and Wham and Demu, it's always just kind of fun to watch these two duke it out in the ranked setting. Now, we have the win rates for the Ottomans versus the Rus. The Ottomans into the Rus is a 41% win rate in Conqueror and above. Only about 244 games. So it's one of those things where it seems like the Rus are heavily favored when you know what you're doing at the top tier level. Now, across the board, the Ottomans are actually favored 52% win rate against the Rus over about 3,600 games. Again, I think we mentioned this in 2 videos ago with the Ottomans, but I think it's one of those things where they do really well at giving some good aggression. They have free food, so they're a little bit more beginner-friendly than the Rus, which is why we may see some of the win rates that we do. And in the top tier level, obviously people like Beastie and Puppy Paw can play these two at the highest absolute level. So switching to regular AI for just a hot second, going to Beastie, 285 bounty, which is pretty incredible. And he's still killing, so he's going to be over 300 bounty with this wolf, I believe. We can watch this masterpiece get done. Boom, 25. So BC sitting at a very good clip. It looks like he got 3 scouts, which is always good. I'm going to turn to this so you guys can see. I always forget that, and I'm trying my best. And there's plenty of comments reminding me of it, and I will do better and better to switch back and forth to make sure that you guys can see what's going on. Now, we have the Twin Marionette. In the last game, I believe we saw the trade network for Salami, which didn't work out amazingly well. If you didn't watch that game, please go watch it really quickly. Or after this, it was a very fun game between him and Marine Lord. Now, 3 scouts, plenty of sheep going in Beastie's way. You see, Puppy Paw does not have too many sheep under here. I can't unfortunately count the carcasses, but 2 more coming in hot. And now Beastie going to be escorting that behind. Now, we see Beastie going for some stone as well, which would assume this new, kind of Rus Kremlin into another TC drop. We've been seeing it more and more, so it does really make sense. And it just seems a little bit safe. The Rus have those feudal age knights as well they can go for. So you just feel pretty safe going for the second TC. And then, obviously, with these hunting cabins and the Kremlin, you feel even more ambitious to go after it. I wouldn't be surprised if this drops here. Those are Kremlins. I was going to say, you could drop it here. You could drop it over here. It's a little bit farther out. Sometimes the Rus drop it in weird places. I remember seeing Anatan and 3D Clan. They do great work at that. Same with B. They drop some wild Rus second town centers to hide them out. So always pretty enjoyable to watch this. And the Kremlin gremlins are right here. Here they come. They're going to deny a little bit of gold, which is nice. Just do a little bit of damage, not too much. They don't need it's nothing to write home about, but it will cause some idle time, and idle time is always worth it. Let's see what BC decides to do. It looks like it's a little going back ping just to cause even more idle time. And de-aggroing, and it looks like they're going to go back in to dive onto these villagers as well to make them pull them back. And at this highest level, it does look like Puppy Paw is going to call the bluff, knowing that that will not be enough damage, so it doesn't even cause any other time there. We have a forward town center going for the Ottomans as well, but BC is going to be very aware of this and actually going to get they're going to do a little bit of a trade. Is he going to get this villager? I don't think so. No, villager goes in, so these scouts should leave at this point. But second town center dropped right in front of Beastie, and as I was correct, the forward deer pack is the place for the Rus. So it looks like we're going to have ourselves get into at least like this mid-game, as I would call it, that like 10 to 20 minute mark at the very minimum. Castle Age most likely as well. Just with these two TCs, it's the new thing to do. It's just nice, like kind of like good meta where it's just where you can explore a lot of things. You can also go feudal age aggression. You can do a whole bunch of different things to see whatever you kind of like. We have a villager count of even Stevens. I'm going to flip it back right there just to see the income per minute. As you can see, the passive gold not nearly as much as you would think, but going for more stone. So is BC going to drop a third town center? There's the Kremlin. Sorry, I got nerves over here. The scout's doing some damage, which is kind of nice. We do have the military school. The first meter is going to be coming out, and we have the blacksmith as well within the range to kind of secure that up and going. How much stone are we going to collect up here? 192, not 900, which is, it'd be reasonable. So we're going to see from there. Let's see if we see one of these two go for a little bit more aggression. I love this protection for Puppy Paw up front, so those Kremlin gremlins can't cause any more annoyance. And honestly, a lot of the Rus players go sometimes 2 TC into some heavy pressure, so I like that they're protecting their resources in this front as well. The stable going down, I'm going to be popping out some Sipahi most likely. I mean, that's pretty much the only thing they can pop out at the current moment, right? Unless they're going to go for some scouts. But I think that's a kind of a nice play. Another TC going down, so we did see that going down over there, securing this gold and another deer pack as well. So BC going to be really picking up the pace in terms of economy. If Puppy Paw does not go aggressive quite soon, or at least cause some damage, I definitely would be nervous if I was him, just in the sense that this scaling kind of late game Rus player with 3 TCs is going to be kind of spooky. So I guess we'll have to see kind of how it shapes out. Now these are 3 TCs before the 9-minute mark, which is quite insane. And honestly, it's one of those things too, where if this was since due to the amount of scouting that BC was able to do, he's able to know that he is safe and sound over here. The boar is going down, I believe, as well. I believe there should be 8 villagers over here. There it is, the perfect amount. 8 is what you want to surround and kill a boar without losing one. 8's also the magic number for farms around a mill. So 8's a pretty magical number. And I thought for a second those were villagers. Those are Kremlin gremlins. So at this point we can probably switch to this because you probably don't need to see how much is on what anymore. But that is the magic number in all of AoE, so if you're ever in doubt, choose 8 for villagers. It's always a safe bet. This Kremlin also providing kind of overwatch of this gold too. Puppy has not moved out at all in terms of their army, but as you can see, with this town center going up, the villager count will start to swing in BC's favor, and then we'll see if these two decide to go up into matching Castle Age, or they decide to do something a little bit different. We'll have to wait and see. We have a nice wall going down for Puppy. I would definitely highly recommend this for everyone that's kind of in the in every elo, honestly, is just remember these walls. They're so cheap and they're so easy to throw up, but they save you from so much nonsense. Like if BC decide to get a few horsemen randomly, you just have to deal with that run by. You'll be able to see them. They'll have to go through these 2 main openings, which will be really nice. We have the Imperial Armory going down. This allows for the production of siege units. And then we also have a beautiful high trade house, which is going to get so much value between these two forests. We do see that, so this is going to get a lot of value. It'll be interesting to see just how much value indeed it does have. But yeah, going to be scaling super, super well. And then we also have the siege tech coming down for the Imperial Armory. So both these armies are going to be pretty scary once they start to pop out. We have 2 imams over here for Puppy. Do we have any relics yet? No, I don't think they have anywhere to put them yet. Not until right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see some relics being collected. There's one over here. There's 3 meters. Is that on purpose? Is that one of those things when you're kind of when you're not feeling the pressure, you get a few out just so that in case one dies, you leave them behind, just so you always have a meter with you, or they can't be sniped easily. There's another meter. So there's 4 meters in the field. They're gonna be banging those drums all around. Maybe it's just so they can't be instantly sniped, so the Ottoman army is a little bit scarier, a little bit spookier. The Kremlin gremlins have popped out, and we just continue to have, as you can see, the villager count is starting to really favor Beastie, that knight upgrade coming out, and with all the gold available to him that's within ease and within striking range, and that 158 gold per minute trade house, going to be able to sustain this knight production for a very, very long time. We have 3 more on the way. The Kremlin gremlins are... Did they get any damage? They did. I think they might have gotten 1. I missed it. Oh, the meter looked like it almost went down as well. So I believe they got 1. Oh, wait, no. This is... Wait. Oh, okay. I was just an idiot. They were over here. They killed 4 villagers? Wow. The Kremlin gremlins doing absolute work. Hopefully they go back over here. They will, and now... the knights are going to sneak through! So that's what happened. Now BC's through with the knights, and that's another villager down. This is not good at all for Puppy Paw. With these knights freely hitting this, as you can see, Puppy's moving out, so misses a few of these, and now the villager count is very in favor of BC. He's going to get 1 more. I think he might be able to pull back as well. He is, which is worst case scenario. The knights are over here as well, and they're going to be getting this Janissary for free, which is a pretty big investment for Puppy. So this is really, really annoying. These walls just not quite doing just enough, and it's so unfortunate this wall was not able to go down in time. Cost him 12 villagers. We have knights just swarming all around. As I mentioned before, BC's really cooking in terms of gold, so we're going to be able to sustain this knight production a lot. And we have 4 more on the way, already 8 out in the field. And these knights, the lancers themselves, for Puppy, are going to be chasing these knights around. But at this point, it's just going to be too easy. I think it's a scout, yeah, so it's not even the knight. And it's going to get another charge off. It looks like it's going to get 1 more for its troubles before it goes down. Can you get that swing off? It does! 15 villagers killed. And now there's another knight in here. And they're going to get probably another villager kill, which is just absolutely insane. Another one. Up to 17. Someone stop this man going for a holy site as well. Here comes the relics. Down. Where do we see? Where is your... thing? There it is. Already 1 relic safely taken. We have another meter going down. This lancer does not want that smoke. That battle is not one that you want. BC going to be pulling back. This knight play is just unreal. As I was mentioning in a gameplay before, you really do want to be on the offensive rather than the defensive. As you can see, even for pros like Puppy Paw, this is incredibly annoying. BC going for yet another boar again. This one very forward-facing, a bit ambitious. Going to be going for that arrow slits as well. And Puppy finally finishing off the wall going, I'm so sick of these raids. But the damage has been done. As you can see up top, 30 villagers lead for BC, which is just an insane number. We only have 1 mangonel on the back. But honestly, with a mainly knight army, it's not going to be really that big of a deal. It's not going to be that big of an impact, honestly, because the knights are just going to run around it. It will be an impact into these crossbowmen, and the knights just getting there just in time to prevent the charge. And now these crossbowmen are able to take down another lancer for free. So Puppy not able to retaliate in the same way that Beastie has been able to retaliate in the forefront. We have the Mangonel just chilling up front. It's going to be, you don't want to move this out too much because there's so many knights in the field. It can be easily swooped in and taken at a moment's notice. Beastie taking this forward gold vein, and all the villagers are shining bright, stealing all that gold. Another sacred site getting taken as well. We have the Warrior Monk is pretty strong, not strong enough to take down that Lancer by himself though. And then we have something happen over here. It looks like it was maybe a misclick or something like that that made this die, or maybe the Lancers took it out. I'm not really sure. But the Monk, again, getting a lot of it damage, but here comes it looks like veteran archers, yes. So I think that is their retaliation in terms of these crossbowmen that are going to be coming out from Puppy Paw. And Puppy's well aware of this. This is kind of funny. Sees this coming down in real time, but can't do much about it. And there they go. Puppy's able to get 2 whole villagers, but that Imam going down, which is super unfortunate. And here's the Mangonel. Another one should be popping out anytime now. It looks like he's using them on rams. These archers are just out for slaughter, which is unfortunate for them. But BC doing so much work. This Lancer going to be gobbled up by these knights. More knights on the way. More crossbowmen on the way. We have 15 Janissaries for Puppy Paw, so a very, very strong force. Where are they? They're over here, kind of hanging out, a little bit undefended. So if these knights kind of came in, it could be really bad for them, which it looks like they are. They're going to try to prevent this ram from getting any damage going there. We have the Meteor protected by this squad of the Mangonel on the backside. We have more knights. Somehow, how'd they get through? I don't know. But they're taking down a Janissary for free. It's a trade of a knight though, so it's still pretty worth it. How did they get through? Was they always back there? Did BC just hide them back there? Oh no, it looks like there's like a little bit of a hole over here that they were able to sneak through again. The ram is over here, and here they go. The Janissaries, you don't, back up. You don't want to lose these Janissaries for free. This is so worth it for BC. These Janissaries are so expensive and valuable. And now here comes the knights. As you can see, they absolutely rip through knights when they go through, but they're getting absolutely torched. This is a well worth it trade for Beastie. The villagers dip out the backhand side. They're like, I don't want any of that smoke. Beastie has doubled up Puppy Paw and villagers. This is absolutely insane macro. We have all these TCs constantly producing villagers. And I just don't think there's any way for Puppy Paw to match this economy. Even when we get these villagers, 38 villagers have died, which is absolutely insane for numbers. And even these Janissaries going down is brutal. The Janissary numbers are very hard to replicate, as you can see. And if we go, and there it is, the GG's is called. Puppy Paw saw, I think, the 3rd town center, and that one Janissary, those Janissaries went down way too quickly. The Mangonels weren't going to be able to do anything about those knights, and that economy on the back end side was just too good. That's just a perfect example, is if you're left to your own devices, and especially with a civilization that has early knights or something that's to harass, and you get good damage, and you're econing on the back end side, it's just going to be a quick GG. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please do subscribe and leave a like on it. It would mean a lot to me, and I appreciate everyone that's already done so far, and I hope you guys have a great night.